Dave Simons, I'm here today with Todd and Anthony, who had nothing else better to do but to come up with something called jury duty. I can't imagine how these two came up with this. I can imagine them in the basement. Hey, I got this great idea. Todd, Anthony, thank you for joining us. Jury duty, the company retreat. First of all, I mean, I liked it. I really did. I wouldn't want to be the intern, but that was great. So I'm going to ask that question. Who came up with the idea and said, hey, and then the other person said, all right, let's do this.
This is obviously the second season of the show. The original season set in a jury duty, hence Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat. And it really emerged, myself and there's another executive producer named Dave Bernard. We're kind of talking. We both had done kind of stuff that was a little bit in like the, hidden camera hybrid kind of reality with mixed with scripted world. And we were like, I wonder if you could make a show like The Office, but where Jim from The Office was a real person who didn't know he was on a sitcom. And, as we started talking about it, we kind of came up with the idea of a jury as the setting. And we did that season and it worked incredibly well. And then we started to think, could we do this in other environments, and quickly kind of landed on the idea of a company retreat. And hence the insanity you saw.
Anthony, how did you, well, tell me your story, man.
Well, I was not involved in season one, so I was just a fan and watched it. And as Todd said, I like a lot of hidden camera things, but sometimes those hidden camera shows, the person who doesn't know that they're on camera is the butt of the joke, and you kind of feel for them and you're cringing. And one of the joys of season one is that that's not what this show is. This is a show that is about kindness, and where the person who doesn't know they're on camera is kind of the straight man. They're there to help these weirdos and goofballs that he's surrounded by. And so you get to enjoy it and not feel bad for that person, and to go on the journey with them. And he's always be in situations where you're kind of watching going, oh, I think wish I would do that in that situation. I hope that's what I would do if I was faced in the same situation that he's in. So that I think is a real difference that the show has, both in the first season and this new season that's coming out.
Thinking about that, but I have to give kudos to the intern because the way he handled the engagement situation was very interesting. I really thought that, and I don't know how I would have handled that.
We kind of put that near the top of the season because we're like, if this will be a good kind of test to see if he, we really believed he was a great person and that he would handle things with the way we all would hope we would, deal with these kind of situations. But the way he kind of comforted the gentleman who had I don't want to spoil anything. We were immediately like, this is our guy. He's going to be great. And he was.
Interesting. Now, here's the funny thing to me, because after watching that episode, and before I even thought about talking to you guys, I was a little bit of a prankster growing up, and you're giving me ideas. Is that what you want the audience to take away from it? Because I mean, it really does kind of give you, wow, we should try that.
Oh, I don't know about that. This is like, when I don't know if you ever watched the show Jack, they put like the warning at the do not try this at home kind of thing. Right. I feel like maybe, James, you're telling us that we need to put a thing like do not try and build a fake, do not try and build a fake world for your friends or family to manipulate them. No.
I'm not sure if Anthony's smiling like, hey, that's not a bad idea.
Honestly, though, to answer your question, I think what we want people, or I don't know if we have one thing we want people to take away from the show, but the thing that I really enjoy about the show, and hope other people feel this way as well, is, I think generally in algorithms and media tends to kind of focus on the worst of us and our worst moments and our kind of messiest moments. And this is a show that kind of tries to find a great person and celebrate them for doing the right thing. And in my life and in the real world, I feel like I'm surrounded by lovely people who treat each other with respect, but that's not the world we see on TV or on the internet. And so to make a show that I think more reflects the world we live in on a day-to-day basis, and I think is a good thing, not to get too on a high horse or anything, but that makes me feel good.
What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, I think that, it's the world's pretty crazy right now. And so to have this kind of beacon of kindness and warmth and connection that is also so funny. And these actors that are surrounding Anthony are so funny. And they're all, for the most part, not household names. And so the audience is getting to see people they don't know yet, who they're going to fall in love with, and that they were like, oh wow, these people are also hilarious, and I can't wait to see what they do next. So there's just so much opportunity that just radiates goodness and warmth.
You know what? I was just thinking about everything you were saying there, and I was going to say, Anthony and Todd, you need to come to St. Louis and have coffee. We have coffee every morning at Starbucks, and it's about 5 or 6 of us. We've been having coffee there for the last 20 years.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the last 20 years. A Republican who's a civil rights attorney, a poet, somebody in media, an engineer, 2 homeless people. And we all, yeah, we all have coffee. So you're making me think about what you guys are doing and thinking about the group that I'm in. And I have to agree with you. There are good people out there, because if you multiply us by all the coffee shops early in the morning that people go to and their friends, I think that's what this whole thing is about.
I think that's exactly right. Yeah. And I'm also sad to tell you, James, but all of those other people are actors.
Yeah. The show's coming out next year. It's called 20 Years of Coffee, Jury Duty Presents. But you were great. You really made a lot of great choices.
You really nailed it.
Way, yes. So congratulations.
All right. Todd, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. It is Jury Duty, the company retreat. It hits Prime Video on March 20th. I'm going to make sure all my viewers check it out. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Keep doing what you're doing. I had a great time with it.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks so much.